heart, reaching the fever pitch, and it's bringing me out the dark. Finally, I can see your crystal.
Okay, so I like this interpretation to make this kind of minor and slow and dark, but she is missing, she has missed so far, one of my favorite characteristics about this song. There is a particular riff that Adele repeats over and over and over, and it's really hard for singers, especially to catch all of them. Finally, she kind of mushy poo poo kind of slid down. We'll see how she does, because there's about a zillion of them in this song. Might have just been a one-off. Plus, I'd rather hear it real and human and natural and unedited than fixed up and fake. Personally, that's me personally. There is beauty in all kinds of performances, edited and more raw. They're a different kind of beautiful and a different kind of analysis, but I digress.
Can see your crystal clear. Go ahead and tell me out.
I find her beautiful.
See how I leave with
Nailed it.
piece of you. Don't underestimate the things that I will do. There's a fire starting in my heart, reaching the fever pitch, and it's bringing me out the dark. The scars of your love remind me of us. They keep me thinking that we own.
So I razzed on her for missing the first little riff, and she's pretty much done every one since then, which totally fair enough. Sometimes at the very beginning of a performance, you're still shaking it out, and you might have been waiting backstage, waiting for a cue, you know. It's hard, so I don't want to be overly hard on her for missing one and the first one. They're sounding very good.
Almost had it all. The scars of your love that leave me breathless. I can't help feeling we could have had it all.
I'm going to be honest with you. That tone, it's quite beautiful. That vibrato, it's quite beautiful. I find this quite beautiful.
Rolling in the deep, you had my heart inside of your hands, and you played it, you played it, you played it, you played it to the beat.
It is possible that there is some editing on those long holds. As I said, humans have natural deviation in the tone. These are pretty clean, but I've heard this across the board with a lot of these performances, so it's kind of neither here nor there at this point.
Never had a man to be. Tears are gonna fall, rolling in the deep. You're gonna wear your shoes. Never had mad me. Rolling in the deep.
I actually think she makes some really beautiful artistic decisions, especially with these songs, with this song. I mean, this is an English song, of which I'm very familiar with. She is taking the melody different places, and it works. It works, and that is very hard to do with a song that is embedded in people, the original artist in the original song. And I would also say about her that I think she has a sound that is reasonably recognizable. I think if I listened to a few songs from her, I would become familiar enough with the sound of her voice, the decisions she makes, the tone and sound of the chamber of her mouth, that I might be able to pick her out of a crowd of singers sooner than later. And that is might sound like a generic statement, but it is a big compliment. There are a lot of fine singers, great singers, good singers. There's a lot. But what makes an artist is when you are recognizable and when you are doing things that are unto yourself, making artistic and musical decisions that are yours and recognizable each time, each song. And those little falsetto places where she takes the melody up and does these little riffs and trills, that's unto herself. I'd say yay.
Baby, I have no story to be told. I've heard one of you and I'm gonna lay.
There's almost like a jazzy quality to her voice, jazz or R&B, kind of. I don't know if this is relevant, but kind of an Amy Winehouse-y interpretation to some degree. Like maybe that was one of her inspirations. Jazz, old school jazz, or an Amy Winehouse type singer.
Think of me and the depths of your despair. Make it home down there is my show only share. The scars of your love remind me of us. They keep me thinking that we almost had it all. The scars of your love that leave me breathless. I can't help feeling we could have let it go. Rolling in the deep, you had my heart inside your head, and your patience to the beat. We could have let it go. Rolling in the deep, you had my heart inside your head, and you played it with a beat. Throw your soul every open door. Count your blessings to find what you look for.
I like that this is live enough for us to hear when she was like doing the Running Man. We actually heard it in her voice. I am hearing a little bit of pitch correct when the notes move around, but I actually think she's one of the female singers that I've liked best so far, maybe. I think she's quite good.
Turn my sorrow into tragic gold. Baby, back in kind and reaped is what you sow.
Beautiful.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Love that.
It could have had it all. Come on! You're gonna wear shoes. Never had better me. She's a gonna go. Rolling in it. Come on! It all. We could have let it go.
That bounce. I've talked about that before. I think it's a really great technique to make it feel buoyant without actually doing a whole lot of notes. I've actually demoed it. Think about it. We're staying on the same note, but just tapping on a different note a few times without going No, we're not actually going down to it. We're just tip tapping. I feel like she's inspired by more Western artists. I hear more Western artists in her sound, and she's making more decisions that I would make, or singers here would make, than some of the other Chinese singers, or Asian, I should say, singers I've heard. Great. I like her. She's artistic. Weird, but awesome. Awesome.
Throw your soul through every open door. Count your blessings to find what you look for. Turn my sorrows into treasured gold. You'll pay me back in kind and reap just what you sow.